Man, I'm super excited to bring the Gang family today. My friends Johnny and Chua, man, I've been knowing them for a long time. They've been good friends. Chua, Johnny, how you guys doing today?
Man, we're good. Thanks for having us, Corey.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. Well, we talking about generational wealth, legacy. You guys have owned some rentals. You have a vacation rental. Tell me a little bit about how that journey's going.
And so far, it's going okay. We first had a long-term rental in Coon Rapids.
Yep.
We had that like for
3 years.
3 years.
3 years, yeah.
Sold that. We kind of wanted to take a leap of faith. We wanted to take a kind of a bigger risk.
Yep.
Bought a property in Florida.
Yep.
Short-term rental.
Went after that Airbnb money.
It went up. Yep.
That pandemic money.
And so didn't do too well.
Yeah.
And so we're planning to put it on the market, but.
But you still went out there by faith.
Yeah.
Did that rental the first time.
Yep.
Got the Airbnb.
Yeah.
Learned a lot from that.
Yeah.
But we're not going to stop that journey.
Right.
We're just going to improve on it. Be
Right.
like, hey, where are we
Yeah.
at? So we're talking about generational wealth, and obviously that means legacy and family. What does it
Yeah.
mean to you guys when we talk about leaving a legacy and creating assets you can pass down?
Yeah, for sure. Scripture says that a righteous man, leaves an inheritance for his children's children. And I was like, oh, I thought a righteous man was just doing the right things.
Yeah, good deeds or something.
Yeah. And when I read that, and I was like, oh, shoot, I need to step up my game. And so that's been a pretty big part of our journey. When we graduated, we had a lot of student loans.
Yeah.
And so we don't want our kids to go through that.
Yeah.
And obviously our future grandkids, we don't want them to go through that either.
Yeah.
And so our motivation, our part of our calling as parents is to build generational wealth.
Yeah.
And so, and thank you for helping us do that.
Hey, I'm trying, man. That's leaving that legacy, right?
Yeah.
Creating a generational wealth. It's not easy, especially if no one taught you. You
Right.
didn't have
Oh,
someone
for sure.
being like, hey, here's how you do it. You got to start somewhere.
For
and
sure.
I applaud you guys for that. It started somewhere, being like, hey, we bought our own home. We got investment property. Turn that into Airbnb.
Yeah.
But having that asset makes it so you're more mobile. You can kind of do some other things.
For sure.
That's really big. So where do you guys see yourself in 5 years then, and kind of on this journey?
Yeah, I think, with us looking at selling our property in the next few months here,
Yep.
I think in the next 5 years, hopefully 2-3 more properties,
Yep.
here,
Yeah.
probably closer,
Yep.
and then expanding that.
Yep.
But I think definitely that's our goal. And I
Yeah.
think also one of our other goals is just bringing our kids in with us.
Yeah, that's
For
gonna
sure.
be huge because they're at that age
Yeah.
now where like you can tell them all this
Yes,
stuff
yeah.
and they'll get
sure.
it.
We
hopefully.
did actually the other day.
Oh,
We
okay.
sat down and we're like, here's our finances.
Yup.
This is
Yeah.
how much mom makes. This is how much dad makes.
Yep.
And these are all the expenses. So
And this is why we can't tell
Yes.
you this is why you're not getting a new
Yes,
bike
yeah.
and a
Yeah, yeah,
PlayStation
yeah.
5 and
And so
For
just
sure.
helping them see that visually, because
Yep.
I'm such a visual person,
yeah.
and just helping them not like, because growing up, it was a burden.
Yep.
When your parents are like, don't do that or we can't do that.
Yeah.
But for us, we don't want to say no, we can't do that. We don't have money. We don't have money.
Yeah.
And that's what I heard growing up.
Oh, for
Yep.
sure.
Instead of changing that,
That's
instead of
changing the
saying that, I'm
narrative.
changing
Yeah.
the verbiage of
Yep.
like, okay, that's what we sat down and said. We were like, okay, this is our goal for our short term. This
Yep.
is what's going to happen.
Yep.
And then this is our long term,
Yep.
and so we want our kids to also celebrate that
Yep.
along the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we want
And that-
to celebrate them in that along the way.
That's huge because that's
Yeah.
what we're talking about. That's legacy right
Yeah.
there. That's
Yeah.
like, hey, leading the way, being like, hey, here's what we're doing.
Yes.
One day, this is going to go well and you guys are going to inherit
Yeah.
it. And I don't want you to go bury it in the
Yes.
sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you to multiply this.
Yeah.
If we give you
Yeah.
3 cribs,
Yep.
I need this to be like 9, 10
Yeah.
cribs.
Yeah, and also
Yeah.
teaching them like, you might think you're failing right now because it's not working out, but that's not.
Yeah.
That's not where you stay.
Yeah, that's part of your journey.
Like you pick
Yeah,
up
for sure.
yourself, you do it again,
Yep.
and you do it better.
Yep,
You've
that's just
learned,
part
and
of the
now you're
journey.
doing it,
Yep. I agree.
And I
And
think-
so just,
I think what we told our kids was like, we're saying no to whatever you want now, but don't think, oh, I don't have enough money, so I can't buy that.
Yeah.
Instead, think, what can I do
Uh-huh.
so I can get the money to buy
Be
that
prepared
thing?
for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely. Well,
And then just the other day, our daughter Nevaeh was like, "Hey, mommy, can you ask because our chiropractor is really close. Hey, can you ask the
Oh, yeah.
chiropractor if we're hiring? And I
Yeah.
was like, all right,
Yeah,
let's go.
Let's
Yeah.
get some money coming.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
that's what it is, man.
Yeah,
Let's do
so-
it. Well, man, a couple more questions. You know, how have I helped you guys on your journey of buying homes and rental properties and being a blessing, you guys? How have I helped you?
I think just your knowledge in just always being available.
Yeah.
I know we ask a lot of questions. I ask a lot of
That's
questions.
good.
My parents asked a
Yeah.
lot of questions.
Yeah.
And so it's just, like diving into your brain and understanding, okay, how does Corey see it? You know, or like, why does he see it this way?
Yeah.
Or what other ways does he see it? Because we're only seeing it this way, you
Yeah.
know, and I
Yeah.
think you've definitely helped us open that door of
Yeah.
like, there's this possibility and you
Yep.
can achieve it.
And there's multiple ways to do
Yes,
it, not
yeah.
just, hey, here's the only lane.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think just you're a person that we can easily trust, you know? So that's like probably number one on top of all the lists that we have. So just that you're a person that we can trust.
I appreciate it. That
Yeah.
takes years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
for
doesn't
sure.
just happen, but I
Yeah.
appreciate that because,
Yeah.
hey, we talking about money and finances. If
Yeah.
you don't trust somebody, ooh,
Yes.
it can
Yeah.
get,
It's very touchy.
It's very touchy.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that because, it's like going to the doctor. I got to push on them
Yeah.
injuries to
Yeah.
be like, how can I help you, especially when it comes to finances.
Right.
For sure.
All right, last question. Most important one. What's more valuable, $1 million
Oh.
cash right here under this chair or 1 million followers on social media?
Oof. I think for me, I'm not a big social media guy, so I'd probably do the $1 million cash
Alright.
and then invest it somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would probably say $1 million social media following.
You
Because-
take the social media following?
Yeah, it opens your door up for so much
That's
more
true, too.
opportunity.
Yeah, to market to them, all that.
Yeah.
As long as they're real followers and
Right.
not some paid fake followers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Johnny, Chua, man, I appreciate you guys coming. It was a blessing, man. I look forward to seeing you guys' journey.
Cool.
for having us.
Thanks.
Cool. Boom, that was it.
Awesome.
We good.
Cool.
You guys did awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
Man.